seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Let's go! And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now a play fake. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
This will be caught at Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
95's Mike. Watch 95. Ready? Maverick.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Watch the pass. Here we go. 95's Mike. Watch 95.
Army.
Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first run.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is, finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again is Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Javon Kinlaw able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And
that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Ridley, 63 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Again looking for Samuel, this time the catch made. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down at 4. On play action, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. Well, the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
23 yards on the play. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Again with Sermon, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Second and 11 at the 41. Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 29-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, G, get off the field. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Whirling. Situation, let's go. 57's mic.
Back to throw. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. We'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
They'll leave that underneath to Sermon. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance completes it to Samuel. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Play action, now it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
I'm a show you
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Lions 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Ridley. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance now to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Now a handoff. Sermon.
36-yard line.
And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Throwing now is Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field. He makes a nice catch there for a first down.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
On first down, it's gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Goff throwing again. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
At the 9-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Some early fireworks from this rookie quarterback getting the start in week 1.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1, you and I both know the extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
Sermon is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Lance. They set up the screen for Sermon. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
That's good. 4 on Lions.
Now a first down throw. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Play action. It's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Samson Ebukam just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Lance now on first down. Samuel bringing in the slant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Being chased out left. This one caught by Kittle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Let him know, let him know.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. Sermon with space, a first down, and then some. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Lance going to sneak it, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Trey Lance making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Niners are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And this one is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Sermon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage. A little something extra in his repertoire.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
At the 24-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will find his man, Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 38, Lions 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. Ballantyne opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly... And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Eric Armstead gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Eric Armstead in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. He completes it to Ridley. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain still away. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
We want it. Come to my
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
They give to Sermon out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home.